Mr. C. He said, you should thank us then. I said, really, why? Because we made you rich. This is just recent. A couple weeks ago, my Tourette's, I had noticed, was getting really difficult for me. And I wrote this. I was lying in bed, looking at my clock, and it was about 10:50 p.m. And I'm thinking, if I'm not asleep by 11 p.m., I'm going to be hurting tomorrow at school. So I lay down in bed and just think. I think about that phone conversation I had earlier with Jimbo, and how hard it was to talk with him. Not that talking to him was ever hard, but how hard my stuttering was, how bad my Tourette's was, how bad it's been. How it's been reminding me of when I was in college, when I became an introvert and hardly socialized, and the tears suddenly hit. I started crying, and I don't know that I can stop. And then I do stop, long enough to cough and clear my throat. I can feel my collar literally shrinking my neck. And it happens again, and I'm crying so darn hard, so hard. This is my life. And it doesn't seem to be getting any easier. They don't seem to be getting any better. And yeah, I put on a good show for 95% of the people I interact with. Yeah, I smile that smile and laugh and kid about it and take it all in stride. But this is what I have. And I don't know if it's ever going to get better. Even worse, even worse, I fear it's getting worse. And I'm lying there, my hands on my face, trying to catch my tears from my bed, and I'm thinking about what person I can call to talk me down, who I should wake up and bother. And I'm thinking, no one would want to hear me cry. Sure, I know they all care, but let's face it, no one wants to hear someone cry. And suddenly I ask myself these questions. How do I manage to live with this thing as much as I do and cry so little? Why not cry more? Who cares if no one hears? Crying can be cathartic, right? And then two, I think, maybe I should take tomorrow off from school. Kind of have a take care of Mark day. And I start crying again. Today at school, one of my fourth graders said, he wanted to bet me that the Ravens beat the Broncos this weekend. I told him I don't bet with students, but let's just say that if the Ravens win, I will have lunch with you and the other fourth graders. But if the Broncos win, when they win, you know how that turned out for me. You and your buddy have to call the other two students, Princess Kiki and Prince Frank the Tank, and you have to call me King C. So essentially I did bet him. Don't tell my principal. One of them asks, but what about Queen C? Who's Queen C? And I shake my head, I said, there is no Queen C. And then a little later we're talking about the amazing words, and we're talking about the word perform. And so I give them a context clue. I said, what does Mr. C like to do when he sings in class? And I point to the word, and the boy says, perfume. I said, this is my life. And we come to the word mysterious, which is related to the nickname I call one of them, Mysterious Mystery Malachite. So I used the word in a sentence. I said, if I won the lottery, that would be mysterious, very hard to explain. Then one boy asks, you're going to win the lottery? I said, probably not. But I want you guys to know something. If I won the lottery, I would come here every day still and teach you guys. Kid goes to me, would you split it with us? This is my life. Later that day, I was talking to one of my third graders. And I asked her, I said, who's your best friend? She says, I don't know. I said, well, who do you play with at the playground? I asked. She said, I don't really have one. You don't have a best friend? I don't remember my best friend's name. And my heart just bled, crushed and bled. So I'm lying in bed, and I've still got my hands to my face, and I feel down on my bed, the wetness falling my sheets, and think, this is my life. Maybe I should call in tomorrow. Maybe I should take the day off. And I stop and think about that third grader and other third graders, and I think they don't take days off. Once you start taking days off, life stops. You can't take days off. Those kids come in and they don't give me good. They give me their best. And I tell myself, I can do this. I can make it, not for me, not just for them, but because life doesn't take a day off. And as I write this, I look at my notes from the day about these funny gags, and I realize this is my life. It's not cracking my neck or repeating the same word over the telephone 30 times. It's helping people, helping those that want no need a day off just as badly, but live life brave no matter what storm surrounds them. And for that little girl who can't remember her best friend's name, if there's one thing I've got, it's friends. There are two of them right here who mean a lot to me. And I'm lucky enough to know their names, even their phone numbers and addresses. Maybe next time I should make that call. Maybe next time I'll tell that kid she's got a friend in me. Because this isn't just my life, it's theirs too. Now, I'm gonna wrap it up here, but my kids don't see Tourette's. My friends don't see Tourette's. My friends see me. My students see me. And to me, my kids are just my students. I love them. I mean, those are the closest things I have to kids. And for anyone that talks to you about predetermination, there is no such thing as predetermination. If you are a teacher and you think that the minute you start predetermining and saying, hey, that kid is going to do this and that kid is going to do that, that's when you need to stop and back away. Because I'll tell you, when I was in high school, I had a white and black striped t-shirt. It was like the prison uniforms they wore in the 50s. And my dad and brother said to me, you're going to end up wearing one of those when you get older, because you're going to end up in jail. And I'm the only one in my family with a degree, and I'm working on my second master's degree. And, you know, teaching has just been a healer for me, and I really feel like I'm doing what I was meant to do. And I love what I'm doing, and, you know, Tourette's didn't stop me. It's not going to stop. Life with Tourette's isn't easy, but life without Tourette's isn't easy. You know, we all have things. We all have our backpacks of experience. And so I always tell, just like we do good things at the beginning, I always do a launch, or I try to always do a launch. And a launch is just basically a saying that sends them off back to the classroom with, you know, something in mind. And I always tell my kids, I say, always believe, always believe you can make a difference, but never let your differences keep you from what you believe. Thank you.